I don't know if y'all heard, but WB Games done f***ed up. They messed up pretty goddamn bad. Y'all know that Wonder Woman game they was working on, right? Yeah. Unbeknownst to all of us, they restarted the development of that game entirely back in 2024. The game was announced in 2021, which is bad enough because apparently they only released the trailer for the game to find employees to hire to help work on it. And they seem to have found them quite fast enough because shortly after this, it was debriefed online that production had finally started. Only to find out that said production was restarted at some point last year. And good golly goddamn, the news just keeps getting worse. It was just announced that the Wonder Woman game has been canceled. Bruh, not only that, but the entire studio that was working on it has been shut the f*** down. WB, do you waste everybody's time on purpose? Do you waste money and resources on purpose? Do you give false hope, announce games too early, and underperform in the gaming market on purpose? Buddy, that is a lot of money that you're losing. I would watch your pockets. You clearly got some holes in them. And by the way that you run your company in general, it's like your brain's got no wrinkles. WB Games needs to die. Can we talk about James Gunn for a moment? I hope to God that this company getting shut down and the Wonder Woman game getting canceled isn't his fault. But let me tell you why I'm thinking this. James openly expressed how he wants DC video games to start to tie into his new DCU, meaning that the video games DC produces will start to become canon to his movies and TV shows. And at first, I thought it was a cool idea, but that's just what it is. A cool idea. Realistically, if you wanted to make a video game that took place in the same world as your movie, that just means that your movies would have such a strict deadline that the games are 99% likely to run into problems. Whether that's in production, whether that's in marketing, games get delayed and canceled all the time. Just because you want to connect it to your universe doesn't mean that you won't run into the same issues. James Gunn's problem is that he's too damn ambitious. He wants to build such a big world, an entertaining world, something bigger than the MCU. But if he's the reason why these studios are getting shut down so he can make room for his own video game projects to be made, succeed, or do better than by process of elimination, then he's using his power way too incorrectly. He recently made a statement on how he's open to making a DC equivalent to Marvel Rivals, and that is cool and all, but respectfully, why is that up to him? Maybe I'm just ignorant to Mr. Gunn's elite ball knowledge about video games. But why should he have such a strong say over what games get made and what doesn't? Look, I'm not saying that he shouldn't have a say. I'm not even saying that there shouldn't be games that are directly linked to the DCU. But having such a leader's capability of putting a game forward or not shouldn't just be a James Gunn decision. Shouldn't the head of the WB Games studio be the judge of that? If anyone. Because I don't even like that gluttonous bastard. I just wholeheartedly believe from the bottom of my heart and soul that it is time for WB Games to meet their untimely demise. They are thirsty for the sweet release of death. I say we give it to them. Public execution. And did you know that WB Games actually started working on Gotham Knights 2? The game I ripped to shreds, rightfully so, for what felt like years. The game I had high hopes for that completely underwhelmed me. The game that underperformed monetarily and in gameplay, and yet they put the sequel into production before canceling that Kakafue 2. Hold on, let me get this straight. Y'all started working on a Gotham Knights 2 before you started working on an Injustice 3. Somebody guide me to which one of you crackaboos I gotta put in a chokehold. I saw that Multiversus is getting shut down too. What a surprise. I never even played this game because I just didn't see the vision. And now it seems like WB Games lost sight of it as well. The only somewhat good that came out of all of these announcements was that they're trying to commence the return of Arkham Batman. And I don't know how. Let me elaborate. Most of the people who are working at Rocksteady, specifically some of the higher ups at the company, no longer work at the company. They left after being forced to make the Super WB Games failure Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. You know, that game that only cost them about a couple 100 million eddies. So the game is less likely to be like Arkham City, Asylum, and Night, and more like shooting the Batman on a park bench in his bulletproof helmet type beat. WB video games are suffering. The player base is suffering. We bought your slop every single time, hoping it would taste like jollof rice, hoping it would taste like burgers and fries, but instead it tasted like some Resident Evil food. Man, what the f am I even looking at? I didn't forget about MK1 either. You remember that, Fossil? Another game destroyed by Warner Brothers' bad decisions, greedy, money-hungry actions, etc. Just to let the companies that you bought make good games, and you will make a lot of money. It does not work any other way. But you literally cannot wrap your head around that, can you? You never seem to understand that. Because if it's not your fault, it's your consumer's fault, right? Wrong! You need to die. Not the people who work for you, not the dumb booty CEOs, not any of your employees. My brother, the company just needs to go. And I put that on your auntie's firstborn. Until you learn your lesson, get the fuck out my face. Do you think WB Games needs to shut down? Yes or no? Tell me in the comments below. But before you get there, I'm gonna need you to press the like and share button. Subscribe too, because I'm asking you to. Go check out my Patreon right now if you want access to a bunch of exclusive content, as well as my Discord server where you get to talk and game with me daily. And I will be seeing you. Take care and peace.
Baby, let me see some. Okay, too bad. Bitches, going both ways. She gon' do it for these fans. She make it clap like how I do both of my hands. Fuck it up, stick it up.